The two-day annual Development Partners Retreat is being held virtually for the first time due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, under the theme Stronger Recovery, the Path to Strategic Transformation. This time round, the agenda is to showcase Rwanda's efforts in containing the effects on COVID-19 and recovery efforts that are underway. At the opening session of the two-day retreat, Minister of State in charge of National Treasury, Richard Dusabe, says that despite the work towards the economic recovery from the effects of the pandemic is going well, the private sector is at the center of this process.
So mindful that the pandemic is still with us. It's going to be taking time, and hence the need to continuously work together both on financial support as well as ideas on technical cooperation to achieve the goals that we've set for ourselves. As we continue to implement our economic recovery fund, it will be important to work together to ensure the mechanisms and targeting are fitting to current needs as well as expanded demand for support by the business and informal sector. The private sector is at the forefront of the recovery process. And again, as we discussed for these 2 days, it is so on top of the agenda that we're going to focus on what we can do to support the private sector for timely recovery.
During this meeting, the Government of Rwanda reaffirmed its continued efforts to achieve the 2050 vision in the 7-year National Strategy for Transformation. Minister of State in charge of National Treasury, Tusabe, noted that various short-term strategies have been put in place, like ensuring health safety against COVID-19, guaranteeing food safety, supporting businesses and job security, and implementing of major infrastructure projects.
The pandemic has also highlighted the digital divide, which, if not bridged, will further drive inequality. Thus, the necessity to build a strong digital infrastructure for transformation and mitigate some of the other barriers, such as affordability of devices and access to electricity that may stymie fuller participation.
On his part, the UN resident coordinator for DNDIA appreciates the progress made by Rwanda in the economic recovery, but calls for it to be coordinated by all sectors in order to accelerate development.
Given the changing landscape of development and conflicting purpose between group of actors and within a group of actors, for example, private sector is not unique, civil society organizations are not unique. Farmers should be brought in their association. How do we ensure that we have always around the table the relevant actors for policy dialogue and come up with a common ground of win-win situation, preserving our specificities through effective and efficient multi-stakeholders platform?
The annual Development Partners Retreat is attended by representatives of the Government of Rwanda, multilateral and bilateral donors, the private sector, as well as international and national NGOs. Under normal circumstances, the DPR features plenary and working group sessions based on the main objectives of the retreat. Gabby Muvunyi for RTV.